Good evening, guys. I'm Joe, a developer from PetNanny. Today, I'm going to introduce our P3 project, PetNanny, to you. First of all, this is our presentation flow. We will introduce our team, project, our technology stack, and our future work. Let me introduce our brilliant BA, Winnie Wang and 2 tutor, Zhubi as deputy tutor, Olivia as deputy ops tutor. We also have 6 excellent developers and 5 devils. Together, we finished this project in 2 months and achieved our main goals. This is our project description. Our major aim is to build a pet sitting community, connecting pet owners with pet sitters. We can provide a flexible, stress-free, and trustworthy alternatives to kennels or catteries. We have various pet sitting services available to suit different needs. And PetNanny also provide a whole community which can let pet owners check the rates and the review of the pet sitters. Let me show you our PetNanny landing page. This is developed by Next.js. It is a server-side rendering page for better SEO results. And this is also responsive design and suits all the screen size. In landing page, simply choose pet service, preferred date, and search location. All the data will be passed to our boarding page, which is developed by React.js. This is our boarding page. I'll hand over to Johnson to introduce this part. Johnson, please.
Hi, I'm Johnson. I'd like to talk about our boarding page. As you can see on our boarding page, there are nav bar and search bar and pet sitter list and Google Map showing up all of the location of the pet sitters. Okay, now let's talk about features one by one. First, sign up. If you would like to become a pet owner, you can sign up with your email address or Google account. Okay, after you sign up, you can sign in with your email address. Okay, now login success. After you sign in, you can add your profile as a pet owner. As pet owner, first you need to introduce yourself. You can add your names and your profile photos. And you can upload some pictures of your pets. And you can describe more details about your pets, like gender and age. And even whether it's chipped or vaccinated, and breed and size and age. Okay, if you are a pet sitter, you have more pages to edit. First is the location, your address. This address is also show up your location on Google Map. And services, what kind of service can you provide, like dog boarding and provides, and additional services you can provide. And your preference about the pet, age and size and types and something like that. And your home and area information, whether you are living in a house or apartment, and whether your house is fenced or not, and even whether you have some kids in your home, and some working areas information. Descriptions. Description, you need to write an eye-catching headline so you can stand up among all of the pet sitters. And you can describe more details about yourself. Product gallery, okay, I'll talk about it later in detail. And experience, you can tell the pet owners what kind of experience do you have, whether you have some experience as a volunteer with animal welfare, or whether you have some experience with rescue pets, and even what kind of language can you speak. Legal requirements, I will also talk about this later. Okay, now let's talk about pet galleries. Pet galleries all about your pets, and you can upload some pictures of your pets, and you can resize the pictures. You can even reorder the sequence of the pictures, showing you are interacting with different pets. Okay, another feature about the legal requirements. You know, in Australia, there are some legal requirements to become a qualified pet sitter. For example, you need to have some public liability insurance. You need to have ABN, even some permit from local councils. So you need to upload this kind of documents to the website, and admin will validate the document and approve the pet sitter. All of this information will be stored on our AWS S3 bucket. Okay, now let's check the pet sitter in detail. On our boarding page, on the left, there is a list of the pet sitters. On the right, there is the icons. You can click the name of the pet sitter or click the pop-up in front window on Google Map. We'll go to the pet sitter details. On the pet sitter detail page, you can see all of the information about these pet sitters. First is the information and the price and service they can provide, and even cancellation policy. Okay, the service they can provide and availability time. And the pet sitters pets and their homes, locations, and skills they have, and like what kind of language they can speak, what kind of experience they have. Okay, now maybe the pet owners think that this pet sitter may be a good guy to take care of these pets. He can chat with this pet sitter. He can click the button on the right. Take Jeffrey, for example. He can click contact Jeffrey, and then a chat feed will show up. So the pet sitter and pet owner can chat to know more about each other. Okay, next, our team member Dylan will talk about more features. Over to Dylan.
Hi, I'm Dylan. In the navbar components, we have added some links that allow users to easily access the basic functionalities, such as finding and becoming a pet sitter, registering and logging to the account. Additionally, we also have set up an admin link in the navbar component for administrators to access the admin login page. Once a user successfully logs in, the navbar component will display avatar, name, or drop-down menu. Through the drop-down menu, they can access their dashboard, messages, calendar, profile, and the reviews, or choose to log out. The boarding page consists of 5 components: navbar, search bar, pet sitter scroll bar, map, and footer. With a compact layout, users can easily see the results of their pet sitter searched before and their locations on the map. PetNanny is fully responsive support, and each component has its own responsive layout. For example, the navbar component will adapt its layout for mobile devices, making it easy for users to access pages. When users access boarding page on mobile devices, only one component, is a pet sitter scroll bar or map, will be displayed on the screen with larger fonts for better readability. Users can switch between the 2 components by clicking on the Show Map or Show List buttons. Administrators can log into the admin system. Once logged in, the navbar component will display the admin's avatar and name. Currently, the admin system allows administrators to view the admin guidelines and some information about all the pet owners and pet sitters. The admin guidelines clearly outline the rules and responsibilities that administrators should follow to better manage their work. The pet owner and pet sitter pagination displays the IDs of all users and provides a drop-down menu for accessing more details. This is our technology stack. We use Next.js on landing page for better SEO performance, using TypeScript through both front-end and back-end. MongoDB is our database. We use Chakra UI and Daisy UI as our UI library. Pet owners will be able to submit their orders to the pet sitters in our system. Our system should provide online order management, such as adding, deleting, modifying, and searching order functions. Processing payment will be the final step of order making. The DevOps team will introduce their content next.
Good evening, everyone, and I'll be going through the architecture of this project. In this project, we used a 3-tier architecture, which consists of the presentation, logic, and the data. This is our architecture of this project. At first glance, many of you have likely seen similar diagrams before, but today I'll be providing a detailed introduction. For the presentation tier, we utilized i3 bucket to host our static website to traffic requests by i3 website endpoint to serve the content. From a user perspective, when the user enters our website, the request is initially sent to the Route 53, which then directs the request to the CloudFront distribution. CloudFront plays a crucial role in reducing latency. It checks whether the requested content is cached. If it is, it returns to the content directly to the user. If not, the request is forwarded to i3 website endpoints, which returns the necessary resources to the CloudFront. This is not only enabled CloudFront to deliver content to the user, but also caches at the edge location for quicker access in the future. Furthermore, to enhance security, we use the Amazon Certificate Manager, which helps protect user privacy and sensitive information. Regarding to the logic tier, our app leverages ECS bucket to support our backend across 2 availability zones. When a user visits our website and requests the data, the request to travel through the Internet Gateway, which connects our VPC to the Internet. Upon reaching our infrastructure, the request is processed by the Application Load Balancer, ALB, situated within the public subsites. The ALB efficiently distributes incoming traffic to backend service, ensuring optimal performance. Our backend services are hosted within the private subsites and rely on the ECS bucket to run tasks. Besides, we utilize the ECR for managing Docker container image in our ECS deployment. As a result, users can access the ECS services via ALP, then forward request traffic to the relevant container tasks. This architecture guarantees complete isolation of the application containers from the internet, boosting the security. In order to enable the data traffic to follow back to the user, we also set up the NAT gateway within the public subnets. The NAT gateway provides the outbound internet access for ECS, simplify IP address resolution and communication with external resources. This also allows tasks to fetch ECR image and transmit logs to the CloudWatch. In terms of the data tier, we also use the MongoDB, a highly scalable and high performance NoSQL database to handle our data storage needs. Now, Pico will be presenting the CI/CD aspect of this project.
Hi everyone, I'm Pico. Next, I will cover the CI/CD pipeline setup for the front end and back end using Jenkins. This is the process flow diagram of our CI/CD setup for the front end. For the front end, Jenkins fetches code from the GitHub. It then runs build and test operations such as dependency installation, code linting, and unit testing. Once the build is successful and test passed, the front end artifacts are uploaded to Amazon S3 for deployment. And this is the CI/CD setup pipeline flow diagram for the backend. Jenkins plays a vital role in the backend CI/CD process. Once the code is fetched from the GitHub, Jenkins triggers a build that includes compiling the application and running tests. Jenkins then builds the Docker image and defines it in the Docker file, and upon successful build, it pushes the image to Amazon Elastic Container Registry. The backend service deployment is automated using Amazon Elastic Container Service. An essential aspect of our CI/CD pipeline is the implementation of multiple branch pipeline. This enables us to simultaneously build and test multiple branches of our code base. It allows for faster and more efficient development. A developer can work on the features or bug fixes independently without waiting for other branches to be merged. And lastly, we deploy our master server on GCP, and the slate is deployed on EC2. By employing multiple build slates, we can distribute our workload across several nodes. This not only speeds up the build and test process, but also provides redundancy in case one of the load goes down. Our CI/CD pipeline, powered by Jenkins and leveraging multiple branch pipeline and a master slate architecture, enables us to deliver high-quality software faster and more efficiently. And next, Abby will cover the Terraform part.
Hi, I'm Abby. I'm going to talk about the infrastructure as code implemented for PetNanny. We utilize Terraform, a powerful IAC tool, to effectively manage and provision our infrastructure resources, such as networking and storage. There are 4 main advantages of implementing IAC. First, faster and more efficient provisioning. It enables us to rapidly provision infrastructure via automated processes. This not only saves us time, but also minimizes the risk of manual errors. Second, enhanced consistency and reliability. It guarantees our infrastructure is provisioned uniformly each time, thereby reducing error risks and increasing reliability. Third, greater agility and scalability. It empowers us to easily provision infrastructure resources, streamline scaling operations as needed. Fourth, improved collaboration and version control. This prevents us from changing the infrastructure simultaneously. We have established infrastructures for both front-end and back-end applications using a module design, allowing for resource reuse across different environments, such as UAT and production. To facilitate team collaboration and maintain version control, we stored Terraform state files remotely in AWS S3 and managed log using DynamoDB. Finally, we have implemented a Jenkins pipeline for Terraform, enabling seamless continuous integration and delivery, ensuring our infrastructure remains up to date and reliable. I will now hand over to Taurus.
Greetings, I'm Taurus, and I'm going to introduce our monitoring part. The first we do is to define metrics that needs to be monitored. In our case, we want to focus on application response time, server CPU, memory usage, and fail logs. Once the metrics being defined, we enabled the CloudWatch logs during the code builds in UAT environment, so to monitor fail builds and get notifications if anything doesn't go right. Moreover, it can also indicate network latency and database performance. We also use Grafana to monitor the log analytics and infrastructure. As you can see, the panel in the dashboard gives us information about the CPU utilization and error rates of UAT. Furthermore, we also set email alerts for certain events, for example, high error rate and file builds. Thank you for listening. Now we are going to show the video of our project.
Hello everyone, welcome to PetNanny project. Basically, there are 3 roles: pet owner, pet sitter, and admin for our website. Firstly, I will pretend to be a pet owner to give you a tour. Let me enter the landing page. From here, you can input the surveys, days, and the location to search pet sitters. Then you will go to our boarding page. From here, you can find all matching pet sitters with a list view and a map view. Let me check out one pet sitter. In this detailed page, you can check all information from this pet sitter, like his profile gallery, his description, services, availability calendar, his price, the price size, and the depth this pet sitter accepted. You can also check the static map, skills, and the experience. If you want to contact this pet sitter, you can leave a message to him, but you have to sign in or sign up first. So let us see how to do this. You can sign in with an email account, and you will receive a verification email. But also you can sign in with your Google account. Then you can edit your profile, like your username, your avatar. You can add your pet, Let's back to the boarding page. You can set a location, the service, and the days. You can also choose the non-consecutive days. Let's go back to David. Now you can contact with David. Let's leave a message to him. Then you can check your message in your message box. So let us see how to be a pet sitter. You just need to click the Become Pet Sitter button. You will see there is another box to let you edit your detailed information, like address, which is autocomplete. Services, pet preference, your home and area, your eye-catching headline and a long description, your experience, and for the profile gallery, you can add a photo. You can resize the photo and reorder the photos that you want to display on your profile page. Also, you have to upload your legal documents like your police check, insurance, or any permit documents to help us verify your application. Finally, let us log in as an admin. There are some rules that you must follow as an admin, and then you can check all pet owners and pet status applications. So that is all about the project. Thank you.